So, who will survive in this nature and who will die in this nature? Who will decide it? I, we, you. Who? Who will decide? Neither I can decide, nor you can decide, nor anyone can decide. Only nature can decide. Not only nature can decide, nature decide. Only nature decides, because we all are a part of nature. So nature decides which part of the nature should be survive in this world, in this nature, and which part of the nature should die, should be killed. Only nature decides. What the nature wants? Nature wants only one thing. Those who follow the nature's rule, they will be survived. Those who do not follow the nature's rule, they will not be survived. Means those who are going against the nature's rule, they will never survive. It is a fact, because nature has maintained the whole universe from a tiny particles which cannot be seen by our naked eye to the giant stars and planets. Everything is balanced here. The nature has balanced from a tiny particle to the huge thing. There is no starting point of nature and there is no end point of nature. It is everywhere and we are just a part of it. So nature decides which part of nature would survive and which part of nature would die. If we talk about living body, living things, so those that might be human beings, so that might be animals, insects, birds, whatever the living things or whatever the non-living things, if they adopt the changes of the nature, the changing environment of the nature, only they can survive. And those who do not accept, who do not adopt the changing of the nature, the changing of the environment, they cannot be survived. The changes are occurring since beginning, but there is no beginning of the nature, and it will be continuously changing since the end of the nature. Again I am saying there is no end of nature, so there is no beginning, there is no ending. And how we should adopt, that is a theory given by Darwin. Only that theory has given that survival for the fittest. If we take the example of animals, that piggy bears so many kids, means a dozen of kids they bear, only few of them survived, more of them die. So out of them, those who have survived, they have adopted the nature, the environment, the competition, everything they adopted, therefore they survived. And those kids who could not adopt the nature, the changing of the nature, the competition of the nature, the environment of the nature, the situation of the nature, they extinct. If we talk about human beings, we are also living things just like other animals. So if you want to survive, if you want to be alive here in this world, in this nature, we should adopt, and we should adopt continuously. Not only one thing we should adopt everything that nature is changing. The temperature of the nature is changing continuously. Every year the temperature of the nature is increasing. the climate of the nature is changing, and those people who are connected with the nature, they are adopting gradually and continuously and regularly, and therefore the changes that occurring in the nature, the same manner there is changes in the body of the human being. Only those who are connected with the nature, and those who are disconnected from the nature, their body are not changing according to the nature, and therefore whenever they face changed that occurred in the nature, their body could not face at that time, and therefore they would suffer a lot of problem. So we should be connected with the nature every time. We should touch the earth because it gives us food. We should connect it with the water because it gives us water to quench the thirst. We should be connected with the sunlight because it gives us energy. So everything in the nature, they keep us alive. We should not be dull. We should not live artificial life. We should live natural life. If we live natural life, only we can survive. If we live artificial life, we cannot survive in this nature. Nature will ignore them. Nature will divide them from the nature because they will not keep themselves alive in such type of changed environment. So be natural. Thought, be natural.